how's it going? Finally, I'm doing something I've been scared of my entire life, being in front of a camera. But to grow, you've got to get out of your comfort zone, right? I'm just trying. So, anyway, this video will delve into who I am as a person, how I started my journey, and the vision behind launching this video podcast, including what's it's all about. So, let's get the ball rolling. Alright, so who I am as a person. First of all, my name is Bhavna Balchandani. I know it's a huge name, but feel free to call me B. I was born on February 27th, 1992, in Bhopal, Madhya Pradesh, the heart of India. Yes, I feel lucky to have been born in the spiritual land of the world. For those of you who are into sun signs and personality types, I am a Piscean and an INFP mediator. I got that from Myers Briggs type indicator, also known as MBTI, and it's inspired by my favorite Swiss psychiatrist, Carl Jung. Highly introverted. Sometimes I tend to exaggerate, but please bear with me. I love books. Actually, I love stories. So that could be in the form of books or TV series, movies, or even video games. My husband and my brother-in-law, they were like playing, The Last of Us this weekend, and I actually loved the story. So yes. Anyway, I love coffee, I love nature, I love being at home in my own world, journaling, and kind of dreaming. Like I love freedom. I can literally zone off, imagining stuff even when I have 50 people around me. Then I have to pull myself out to see that reality is a bit different actually. It's a lot different. It's the same feeling as reading The Lord of the Rings and thinking about how Tolkien created Gandalf. Or if you're watching Sherlock, let's say, you know what it takes to be in the mind of Benedict Cumberbatch. Except I don't shoot on the walls when I'm bored. Anyway, you get the gist. How I started. So let's understand why an introverted person would do the scariest thing on earth, a video podcast. To get to that, let me start by mentioning how my career was before starting my own company. I started my career with core field sales back in 2016, like pure B2C stuff. And that's when I realized sales and marketing are everything for a business. I learned my hardest lessons there, lessons that taught me how to talk to people, deal with rejection, the art of persuasion, basically how to get things done. I believe by the time I learned to step out of my imaginative world and get things going, I honestly wanted to get into creative writing and be a published author writing fiction. But like life is not how you plan. I didn't have any like generational wealth, and I decided to work things out myself, be independent, etc. After working in sales for almost 3 years, I got into affiliate marketing as a business development manager. This was another planet altogether. It was nothing compared to what I did back in sales. This time, I was actually sitting in an air conditioned office working 9 to 5 onboarding clients. I realized I highlighted air conditioning because coming from a sales background, you realize how privileged your life is when you get to work in a luxurious office with a cup of coffee in your hand and a workstation of your own. As I started working, I realized I was loving it more than anything else, and I was darn serious about my work. I think I always have been. Work is worship for me. I was hired for a blogging project they had recently started, and I was supposed to reach out to brands requesting to be their affiliate. The clientele was all from the United States. For those of you still wondering what I'm talking about, affiliate marketing is basically when you promote the products of others and earn a commission during the process. So let's say I loved reading Atomic Habits. So I'm going to recommend this book on my podcast or my blog using an affiliate link, which is like your unique link. When the people who are listening to your podcast or reading your blog click on the link and purchase the book through that, I get paid for it. Basically, I'm getting paid for what I'm recommending to my audience. You see how much of a responsibility that is? Anyway, so I worked on the project for about a year, and we started generating an average of $1,000 a month or so. Unfortunately, my boss decided to shut the project off, and I'm still not sure why he decided to do that. But anyway, there were about 12 members on the team, and we were deeply hurt by the decision because we worked for that project day and night, thinking it would be huge one day and we'd be proud to show what we are doing. Later, I was moved to a different side of the business, which included email marketing and building an affiliate network, and I started focusing there. I worked in that company for almost 4 years, and then, bummer, we entered the COVID generation. All this was happening while I was getting married in December 2019, and we were all working from home. My husband is a chef by passion, and we all know restaurants were hit the hardest. He couldn't control his urge, so he started cooking at home for us all while I was working, hopping on calls day and night to meet my targets, etc. One day, while creating a monthly review presentation for my boss, I started it with my husband to get his perspective, and seeing that I had generated around $50,000 in incremental revenue for the company that month as a one woman team. He said, "You are driving $50,000 of revenue for your boss in 1 month, and he can't even pay you 50,000 rupees as your salary." That was Sarki. For those still converting, $1 equals about 83 rupees. I hope my boss doesn't come to kill me after listening to this, but yeah, that's the truth. And my husband was like, you can do this on your own. You are a hardworking woman. You have the skills and knowledge to start this on your own. And I was like, no, that is not easy. And I don't think I can do this. Blah, blah, blah. He pretty much spent an entire year convincing me to start. And one day, one fine day, when I was having the worst day of my life at the office, I called him up, crying like a baby, and said, let's do it. Upon returning from the office, I saw he was sitting with a notebook with the freaking plan of the year laid out on a page. And he made me sit down and listen to his plan. I was dumbstruck. But for the first time, I felt this tingling sensation in my body. You know, I felt this is it. This is what I meant to do. This is my purpose. The very next day, I saw him choosing names for the company and making calls. And now you know how I started, or let me say how we started. It's time to spill the beans. Diamond Time Media was registered on 15th of February 2021. In brief, Diamond Time Media is an affiliate marketing company, and basically we help businesses find their next customers by buying online traffic. We focus on industries like personal finance, insurance, debt, using different methods like online ads, emails, social media, you name it. And yes, most of our work is aimed at people in the US. Now, there are a few conferences we love to hit up every year. Some of our top picks would be FinCon, Affiliate Summit East in New York, and Affiliate Summit West in Vegas. They are always a blast and a great way to connect with people in the industry. During our trips to the States, we kept noticing how awkward people felt talking about money, and I get it. Money is a personal thing, and honestly, I'm a pretty private person myself. But the more we thought about how important it is to be financially informed, the clearer it became that people need a place to learn and share without the awkwardness. So Penny Calling Penny was born on September 13th, 2021. I'll drop the website link below. Penny Calling Penny is all about making personal finance easy to understand and accessible, especially for moms, whether you're single, married, stay at home, or working. Now, while I'm not a mom yet, one day though, I've always been blown away by the strength and resilience of moms around me. My own mom and so many inspiring women I've met. Being a woman, I get the unique challenges moms face, and I'm excited to join that journey when the time comes. Our goal is to create supportive space where moms can find real practical tips on budgeting, saving, and building financial confidence. A vision behind the video podcast. Speaking of goals and vision, it's simple. We want to create a community where moms feel totally supported and confident in taking charge of their money and their future. We strive to do that through Penny Calling Penny. This video podcast would be for super moms who are juggling it all: work, kids, life, and still want to take control of their finances learn new money tips, and feel empowered every step of the way. During this process, I would be interviewing moms from all walks of life to share their unique stories, challenges, and the money saving hacks they've discovered along the way. I told you I love stories, right? So I might as well start sharing what I learn along the way. You'd be seeing a minimum of one episode per week. So if you think this is something you'd love to be a part of, hit that subscribe button and let's grow together. We'd love to hear your feedback, thoughts, or questions about the topics you want to discuss. And I can't wait to see you in the next episode. Ta-da!